Welcome to Dashway Talks, a show powered by Dashway Consulting, a China-based strategic market research company founded in 2010. With Dashway Talks, you will stay up to date with all the latest business updates in China. Every day, you will learn from China-based experts who share their knowledge about the Chinese market in 2 to 5 minutes.
I'm Nicolas Coster. I am a business lawyer, French business lawyer. I have been in China for 16 years. I'm specialized in foreign direct investment. So basically, I set up companies in China and I also sometimes liquidate them.
When can an employee take their employer to court?
Most of the time we like to negotiate. So, if you go to the court, it's because you get laid off, okay? Or because you don't get paid every month, and this is criminal to not pay an employee in China, okay? So 90% of the Chinese employee, I will say, will go to the Labor Commission. It's not the court. First, we go to Labor Commission, and after, if the party are not happy, we can go to see a true judge of the court. Okay, so the first step is Labor Commission. That's the main reason for me.
What is the role of employee handbooks?
The employee handbook is a very important document. First, this is compulsory according to Chinese labor law to have an employee handbook. Okay, so the employee handbook will define all the rules of the companies, all the rules inside of the companies to apply to the company and to the employees. Okay, so for example, the working time, for example, holidays, for example, sick leaves. Everything related to the rules inside the company should be defined in the employee handbook. And today, employee handbook is also very important for cybersecurity, personal data, such kind of things. So basically, if you want your employee handbook to be implemented, and you already have employees in the company, it's compulsory in most of the cities to notify the project of the employee handbook to the employees and to ask their opinion about the employee handbook. If you don't do that, if you cannot prove that you did that, you ask the opinion of the employee, then the employee handbook will not implement it. That's why most of the time when we set up a company in China, we set up the company, one day after we draft the employee handbook, and after we will hire employees, because like that we don't need to ask for the opinion of the employees.
What are the main reasons for labor disputes in China?
The main reason for labor dispute is when the company wants to lay off employees. This is very current. This is more and more current according to the actual economic situation. This is the main reason. It's hard to have a class man, but from what I see every year, it will be laid off, it will be change of position, it will be change of salaries, reimbursement of expenses, nothing more.
How are labor laws different to people with different hukou?
No, today the impact of the hukou for labor law, there is no impact for me. We don't use the hukou for labor law.
What are the taxes on labor in China?
Taxes on labor in China is quite expensive. If you compare to Europe, for high income, taxes in China, income tax in China are very expensive. This is by range, so it goes from 0 to 45%. It's possible to deduct some spending like child expense, such kind of things, but it's very, very easy to arrive to 45% when we got high income, and it's very expensive.
Are labor laws different from one province to another?
You have national law, labor contract law, and labor law, which is two national laws. And after, each province and some cities have their own local regulation to implement these laws and to interpret these laws. So you have different small practice, not big difference, but sometimes you have small different practice. For example, for the minimum compensation for non-competition, in Shanghai we say you need to pay at least 20%. And in other cities, it could be 50%.
Who should pay personal taxes, the employee or the employer?
According to the law, personal income tax should be paid by the employees at the end. But the Chinese law said that the employer is liable to pay the income tax from the employee, and if he pays them and the employee didn't pay for it, then he can ask the employee to pay him back the personal income tax. So that's why in most of the cases we strongly advise the companies to withdraw personal income tax from the salaries of the employees and to pay directly to the tax office, because if they don't pay, the tax office will not bother themselves to go to see the employees. They will go to see the company at first.
Any questions? We will find an expert to answer them. Drop your questions in the comments or send us an email, dx@dashwayconsulting.com.